Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
This is Good Morning Bangalore with Lee.
Priyash Lakana, welcome back to the show. Now, I did promise you a lot from She Means Business, right? And we got somebody who reached out to me, by the way, from the radio on WhatsApp number. She texted me over there, and I got in touch with her. And I found out that she's a CEO and founder of this company called Liz Jacob Apparels. Liz is on the phone lines. Liz, good morning. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to She Means Business.
Thank you so much, Lee, for that glorious introduction. Thank you so much. Happy to be on the show.
Nice to have you on the show as well. So, Liz Jacob that's your name as well, right? People also call you Priya, if I'm not wrong, here and there.
Yeah, friends and family call me Priya, and all my customers call me Liz.
All right. So, Liz, you're the founder and CEO of Liz Jacob Apparels, an artisanal and mindful premium clothing brand for kids in the age group of 0 to 8 years old, right? Prior to that, now you were also in advertising and marketing for MNCs, lifestyle brands, and then you decided to, follow your passion, your expression through your own label, right? Let me know more about yourself and who you are as a person and what led to this entire change.
Okay, so just to introduce Liz Jacob, like you rightly said, it's an artisanal and mindful clothing label for kids in the age group of 0 to 8 years. I started this during my motherhood break where, I myself was a new mother looking for clothing options for my kids, and I felt that we could have a lot more variety and range. So I started this as a hand-painted brand initially, and then I realized scalability was, a difficult path with hand painting. I'm an artist at heart, so that's why, I use Liz Jacob as a creative, expression platform. And we collaborate with weavers and artisans across the country. We are very mindful in our choices. We work with soft, natural fabrics, eco-friendly dyes and pigments, that's safe for the planet, that's safe for the kids.
Lovely.
Yeah. So why did I move from a very professional background to Liz Jacob? I always wanted to build a good creative brand. In advertising, of course, you work with multinational lifestyle and fashion brands for over 13 years. And I was involved in, the different facets of brand building, which is audience profiling, your core communication strategy, imagery, advertising, PR, the works.
So
and
you kind of like picked up all those, things from there and like, okay, how can I do this for my own brand essentially?
Absolutely. So I love that intellectual space of brand building. And I was also an artist at heart. So I wanted to create something where I could bring in both these passions and build it out. So that's how Liz Jacob, was born. And obviously when motherhood happened, my mom also fell sick. So on the personal side, it was very difficult to keep up with corporate world. And that motherhood break actually gave me an opportunity to think about, okay, what do I want to do from here? I have enough knowledge of brand building, and let me see where I want to apply that. So kids, I always feel passionately about kids. I love interacting with kids. So I just brought all these interests together, and that's how this journey started about 9 years ago. And I've been building it organically in circles with people who actually care about handmade, handcrafted. There's a story behind every garment, right? It's not just about going to commercial street and picking up some fabric and stitching it together.
Correct.
No, we work from a very farm to the table kind of an approach, right? We know where the cotton comes from. How is it dyed? Is it eco-friendly? So there's a lot of thought process which goes into it, which is what I really, really enjoy about the brand.
Wonderful. That sounds fantastic. And I'm kudos to you for growing it for around 9 years. You've been growing this. So fantastic on that front.
COVID.
Yeah, through COVID as well, right? My goodness.
I think that was a big learning curve.
For
so we
sure.
survived all of that.
Fantastic. Now, let's talk about the gender pay gap. The gender pay gap is supposed to sort of close in 214950, which is still 125 years from now, right? It's still a long way off. When you were in the corporate workspace, working in advertising and marketing, did you find the gender pay gap to be restrictive for you? What was your journey like?
Yeah, so I was in corporate. I think I left actual corporate world around 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
And even those days, of course, we would find our male counterparts, earning more than us, which I could never understand because like in a field like advertising and marketing, where the work hours are long, I used to feel that the women are equally weightlifting like the men, right? They would also stay in. I have worked till 2:30 in the morning, landed up for a meeting again at 9:30 the next day. So we've all been really, really hardworking, invested in our work.
Right.
So why should there be a gender pay gap? So I don't know. I just hope it's really a thing of the past, because women have had to work twice as hard in the past to break these kind of societal barriers and create a respectable name for themselves in the corporate space.
Right.
So I really hope that she has to balance her personal life. She can't bring her home troubles into the workspace. There's a lot she's doing. And today, look at women. I mean, they are at the front end of decision making.
For sure.
They are founders, co-founders of large business empires, right? They've proven that there is no mountain that she can't climb. So I really feel that pay scale should only be defined by work experiences and skill sets, and not really by gender.
Very well said. Very well said. Well, steps should companies be taking in order for that to happen? What do you think they should be doing, and what are you doing as well as a founder, CEO, to make that happen?
So mine is, by nature, it's a very women-centric business, because the business is being, the focus is art, craft, and design, and it naturally draws women to it. And handling a core team of women who are in different stages of their life. Some are unmarried, some are new mothers, some are in later stages of life. They all have different need sets, right? Yes, we are all meant to work. We are all professional in our, approach to work. But I think it needs a little bit of extra sensitivity and understanding. And that really works, because we're a small team. I'm able to kind of, I'm accessible to all the employees. Right. They can come and talk to me. So it's much easier. But I think the gap happens in larger corporates, right? Correct. Where people feel a little lost. People feel that there is no voice. They're not heard. So I really feel that let's make gender pay a thing of the past. I don't think that pay gap should not even be an issue of today, because we are in a very progressive world, and really women have proven themselves. So we should not, these kind of conversations, it should not even be a problem for women anymore.
True. I spoke to so many other MDs and, marketing heads as well. They all mentioned that a lot of women should speak up for themselves, advocate for themselves, so that they can get the, appropriate pay for everything else. So it's not about the, policies changing, but also from the inside as well, and being, I deserve to get paid for the work I'm doing, which is also a very strong, step forward as well. I think that's fantastic. Yeah. And everybody should be taking that step forward.
Yeah, the other thing, when I was working, one additional, I think, just to make it more conducive for women, is workplace safety and comfort, right? Like, for instance, women need that little extra, consideration from the company. Like, if somebody's working till 2 o'clock, is there a way in which we can make sure that she's reached home safely, things like that. So just keep it. I'm telling you, if you empower a woman, she can do wonders for you. She's a hardcore loyal. She can really, really, she has a good balance of head and heart. So I think the more you encourage her, the better for your company, in terms of performance.
Liz, you've been doing this for the past 10 years almost now, you mentioned, right? What skills have helped you over the past 10 years, and what books have you read that really sort of opened your mind up to different things, and you're like, what, everyone should read this book?
Yeah, so to be honestly, more than books, I just love listening to podcasts and videos of inspirational people.
Lovely.
Entrepreneurial journeys inspire me a lot. There's so much collective wisdom in this world that you can access instantly today, right, because of social media. And there's so much to learn from real-world experiences. So I find myself drawn to, real-world examples of people with a good balance of head and heart. I seek inspirational stories from women who've created something large, and at the same time who have managed to balance work and, their personal life. Books, of course, I'm a little bit of this, I love to explore a higher purpose to life than just waking up, work, make money, party, go to sleep. I'm always looking for, so I'll read, I think, books like Ikigai or Atomic Habits, things like that, which make me a better version of myself. But I think real life stories just inspire me, because there's a lot to learn there.
Fantastic. So any message to the young entrepreneurs out there that want to start their own business and want their own, get into their own fields, what message would you give them this morning?
Start for the right reasons. Never start thinking that, I don't want a boss above me, or I want to be my own boss. Those are the wrong reasons, because hand on heart, earning money in a corporate package is a lot easier in the initial years than doing a business on your own, right? A business is, you're responsible for every department, wherein in a corporate place, you're just responsible for that one function. So do it because there's a calling, there's a passion, and you're willing to work through all the odds, and make it big. I would always encourage people to have a little bit of a corporate experience before you start out on your own. That really shapes you in your thinking.
Okay.
Right? Go for it. I mean, if you really feel strongly about it, do proper market research before you enter. Don't enter a category which is very easy to enter. I can say this, think about the market need gap, solve a customer problem, and go for it if you have a great idea.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Liz, for your time this morning. Have a great day. And of course, the entire year, I would say, is Women's Year. So have a nice one. Enjoy yourself. And I want you to keep killing in your business as well.
Thank you so much, Lee. Wonderful connecting with you. And thanks for this opportunity.
Of course. How can people reach out to, Liz Jacob Apparels? What is the website they can log on to?
Yeah, so my Insta, we are very, very active on Insta.
Fantastic.
So you can look for lizjacob.in on Insta, and the website is lizjacob.com.
Fantastic. Mindful premium and artisanal clothing label for kids in the age group of 0 to 8 years old. Thank you once again, Liz. Have a nice day and, happy Women's Day once again.
Thank you so much. Take care.